Hello. Good evening. How y'all doing out there today? How y'all doing today? I trust that everybody had a happy and a productive day today. If you didn't, you have no one to blame but yourself. I don't mean to be condescending sometimes, guys, but I just believe in accountability and people taking responsibility for their own issues and problems. Okay. All right, sorry, y'all. I'm kind of multitasking. I wanted to come and speak to you guys really, really quickly. I'm going to probably end up talking about this again, though, because it seems like there are, how do I say this? What's up, Thelma? There seems to be this problem with people who are willing to accept being an option. And if you're not willing to accept that, then it's shame, shame, shame on you. And there's a bunch of excuses about why a person cannot give you themselves. But in reality, the The person probably has trust issues, character flaws that have nothing to do with you. If you settle for being an option, the person that you settle for is not going to respect you. They're just not going to do it. They're going to think that they can treat you any kind of way, and they will treat you any kind of way. So what I kept noticing, because I've been doing a lot of love readings today, and what I noticed, especially on a couple of the readings, in particular with the Libra readings, this whole third party love triangle thing, that is only something that some people are going to accept. Everybody is not going to accept sharing a man or sharing a woman. You know, like I said, my name ain't Sharon, so I don't share nobody. I'm a Cancer, and Cancers are different from, another zodiac sign that might be willing to accept that. I'm not willing to accept that. I'd rather wait for true love, because guess what? Your true love is not going to run out on you. They're not going to abandon you. They're not going to bring some third party in and play games to try to make you jealous. They're not going to do that. And if you're still playing those kind of games, then, you can go and find somebody that's equally as immature as you are to play those games with you. It's not stable. It's not a relationship that is going to be based in trust. And if you don't have trust, you have nothing. Literally, you ain't gonna never have nothing if you don't have trust. And you can't blame other people for your trust issues. Not really, not when it comes to yourself. Okay, so I felt like saying that to somebody. Why are you blaming me for your trust issues? Okay, stay on over there. That's really how I feel. But there are so many people out there that are willing to do that. And when you don't do it and people expect you to do it, they kind of look at you like you're crazy. When you are somebody's option, they don't respect you. If I played a man like that and made him think that he was just an option of mine, well, then first of all, he might be doing something wrong, because I'm a one-man woman. Okay, I don't play that. But if I ever felt that way about a man, and if I had a man that was willing to accept that, I'm just going to treat him any kind of way. I'm not going to respect him, because that is a sign that your heart chakra is closed. A lot of people think, no, I'm just being open and I'm just being accepting. No, you're not. Unless you are okay with being in a polyamorous relationship, which a large percentage of the population is not going to be cool with that. Okay? But if you allow somebody to make you an option, you're going to always lose. Now, if you're into polyamory, that's your business. That don't have nothing to do with me, because we're not into that over here. Okay, it's just not going to ever happen. Not for me. Okay, somebody else might be able to do that for them. But, that's not going to be what's up for me. That's not what's up. Okay, it's just not a good option for me, and it will never be an option for me. Again, love is not an option for me. And see, the reason why I say that, if you're willing to accept that and go back and forth and do all that, and you want to fight over a man, the only time I want my man to fight over me is if somebody is trying to jump on me or do any harm to me or try to harm my reputation. Otherwise, I don't need him to be out there fighting every day to prove his love to me. I live a much more mature lifestyle. I'm not into that. And it's a sign that your heart chakra is closed. It's not a sign that it's open. A lot of people say, oh, I'm so open. I'm open. I'm open. No, you're not. Your heart chakra is closed because you don't really have a lot of self-love. Because if you had any self-love and accountability, you would not accept something like that. And you would not accept the terms of a relationship like that. And you can't get angry at people that don't want to accept that. That's really the only thing that you can do, is just move on. And it's very interesting because in particular for the Libras, and if y'all notice, the Libra was the last reading that I did. I've known more than one Libra that is willing to get into a relationship with a man, look desperate, and fight over him for years and years. And it's like, what are we doing? So I'm going to do a full reading. I'm going to specialize a reading for the Libras because I saw a big problem with self-love for the Libras. I did. And you know, I'm gonna tell you something. Ain't no man or no woman gonna love you. They're gonna end up dogging you out. That's exactly what they always do when they feel like they can get away with anything. Because regardless of what you say, and this is something that only women can understand about men. The other men don't understand men. Women understand men more than they know. And what I could see was the Libras going through this struggle over this relationship and just living within this pain and agony of a third party triangle. But the third party done moved on. They not even thinking about the situation. They feel that they can do better. So then when somebody says that to you and they're like, well, you know, what do you want to do? Do you want to go back and forth? Do you want to fight? And that's what I could see. So go and look at the is he the one? Is he she the one for the Libras, for the Libra reading, because I especially saw it in both readings that I did for the Libras. So and I like I said, I have known Libras personally that do that, and I've been explaining the same thing to that person, and it's got to be some kind of subconscious low self-esteem that is causing this person to do that. What's up, BB Visions? I ain't seen you in a minute. What's up with it? That especially not a Cancer woman. Cancer women are kept. We can find a man on our own. We don't have to have no third party triangle and going back and forth. And then also another dynamic that I noticed in a couple of the other readings was that people were wanting to be in a relationship with somebody just because they was jealous of the person that they were with. So again, this is not true love. This is a fraud. This is fake. This is fake. You only want that person because you saw them with somebody else, and you got people out there playing games, going back and forth. Oh, I'm going to talk to this person to make this person jealous, and then this person's going to come back, and then this person. No, that is not a relationship. That is a competition. That's some kind of, what is that? Sports? Are we making love or a home run? What is it? So competition has no place in your relationship. That is not what love is about. Also, another thing, trust. If a relationship does not have trust, then you have nothing at all. And then there are some people that will totally violate a person's trust. And these people are very narcissistic. You know, I've actually had somebody do me totally wrong. And then when I did him wrong back, or when I did what I did in response to that because I felt violated, he totally skipped over what he did and didn't even acknowledge it. So there's some people to where you don't even know what you're doing. You're not even consciously aware of what you're doing out of insecurity. It was out of insecurity. And for some reason, this person act like he don't want to claim me, as if I'm like the bottom of the barrel to bottom of the totem pole. And I'm like, baby, I am it. I am the it girl. Okay, everybody want me. Okay. Right. Stone cold. That's somebody that feels that they don't deserve any better. And I'm just not interested in that. And when you say you're not interested and you keep your chin up, you know, these people that are, well, I'm gonna put a hex on her because she told me the truth. And it's like, really? Really? Come on now. I'll show you what I can do with your hex. So it's kind of ridiculous when you think about it. There is no way that I can be a pick-me chick. I think Ashira made that up. I'm not going to be desperate like that. I've never been desperate like that. And I've proven that, haven't I? Because I said, bye-bye. Oh, really? Bye. Right. Exactly. Because there's some people that they have a perpetual need for validation, and nobody gets into a relationship for validation. Where are they doing that at? You get into a relationship because you want somebody to love you. You get into a relationship because you want emotional support. You want physical support. You want love. All the things that come. Nobody's getting into a relationship for validation. That's not a relationship. That's called I'm desperate and I don't know who I am yet. That's what that's called. But other than that, I would never be with, I would be insulted if somebody said I was just with you for validation. I'm gonna walk away now. I'm gonna walk away now. That would be a total turn off. That proves that you have low self-esteem, and that has no place in a relationship. And then especially when you stalking the other woman that you know that person is in love with, and that other woman done moved on. Why would you stalk the other woman that he or she, or the other man that he or she is in love with, angry and mad and upset because you know the truth, because the truth hurts? Because what that man is going to do, or what that woman is going to do, is she's going to go for the person that says, I'm better than this. And see, because there's no love without respect. Yeah, I would never, let me jump off camera real quick because I got to get this video uploaded. So there are some people that are willing to accept that and some people that aren't, and you can't get mad at the people that aren't willing to accept it and harass them all day and night. What is the problem here? This is getting ridiculous. I mean, some people are not love material. Let's just put it like this. If you are looking for some kind of third party situation or something like that with somebody that doesn't want it, then apparently it is something wrong with you. If you are running around here fighting and arguing and going back and forth, that's really not how a woman behaves anyway. So y'all got to be careful out here, because some of these things run around here claiming to be a woman ain't no woman, because women have more self-esteem than that. Women have more confidence than that. Because right when he decided to let it go, I already knew he was going to come back begging. Because don't no man want no desperate woman. Don't no woman want no desperate man. Oh, please. Oh, please, and get out of my house. So I don't understand what is the problem. I mean, when you decided that you were going to come compete with me for a man, and when I decided I'm better than that, and then now you're angry, I'm a little confused. I'm waiting for true love. I don't want to be somebody's option. Look, Cancers like stability. You have got to be a stable person. This is why I really like earth signs a lot. I was best friends with an earth sign for over 20 years. Okay, so I know what I'm talking about. Why do people want to go against what somebody else wants? I don't want that, and I never will, and I'm not going to argue with you and go back and forth. So then when you're not arguing and going back and forth, then that sometimes the other female will lose interest, because she's not actually wanting that man. She just want to compete with you. And let me tell y'all something. Don't ever do work on a man that does that to you. Let him go. I'm not going to sit up there and I'm going to do a breakup and do all that stuff. I'm not going to do it, especially when a man has shown me who he is and how disgusting and despicable he can be. You right about that. Narcissistic people, well, they better change or something, because they going to find themselves by themselves every time. Ain't no good woman like me gonna ever go for nothing like that. Maybe a trash woman. Maybe somebody that don't have any self-respect. But a real woman ain't gonna go for that. Usually a real woman is gonna slap you in your face immediately and dare you to hit me back. You know, in the movies where you see a woman slap a man for being a butthole and throw a drink in his face, and I wish you would hit me back. And he ain't gonna hit you back. Why? Because he has respect for you. Now, I'm not advocating violence at all, because I don't advocate violence against women, and I don't advocate violence against anybody. But you know, when somebody is being extremely disrespectful to the point where they're trying to force you into a situation that you want nothing to do with, nothing, and you've told this person that before, I'm not gonna be, I don't have to, what does that make you a better woman? Because he chose to be with you, the desperate one? No, honey. That makes the other woman the better woman because she chose to walk away with her pride and dignity and self-respect. That is what people want. Nobody wants a low-life person that thinks nothing of themselves to the point where you just, and I'm telling y'all, and you know what? Who taught me this? My mother, my grandmother, my aunties. That's a given. Of course, I'm not going to accept being a third party and or either sister wives or something like that. This is not, no. And men that are like that are usually narcissistic. It's a very unhealthy vibe that you're going to get from them, okay? Because you're just an option. When a man has several women, you're still just an option. Oh, I got this person over here. I got that person over here for Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night. No, thank you. I love, exactly, Thelma. I love and respect myself way too much. And I'll just light a black breakup candle for the two of us and let it go and say, well, it was fun while it lasted. Go over there and have fun with that other woman. I doubt she'll make you happy as I did, because she's very unhappy. Women that do stuff like that and men that do stuff like that. And I ain't never been no player type. I'm a one-man woman. I don't do that. So if you are like me, and a lot of the people over here with me are like-minded, okay? And it's not that majority rules. It's just that everybody gets a choice of how they choose to, you know, run their life. Another thing, a lot of you women that have a false sense of self-esteem because you feel like you can take somebody's man. You ain't took nobody's man. You just took up with the community man. That other person might have just been having a fling with him or something. You done made a whole marriage out of the situation. And he ain't gonna marry you, because if you're willing to accept that, then no man is gonna respect that. Now, there's some people that'll settle just for these type of relationships that are just for front or for show. But there's a lot of people that they want some. And see, I've been loved by a man. I've been loved in my lifetime several times by a man, including my father. So I know what it feels like to be loved by a man. And that is not it. That situation ain't it. That is not the shizzy. Exactly. Community hole. Exactly. So you just got to have self-respect and dignity and pride. And you can't be over prideful to the point where you're just blind. And then that's how you can tell that your subconscious is just controlling you. So you just do stuff. And then you got a good woman sitting there looking at you like, this ain't gonna go down. I'm done. I'm walking away. Thank you very much. I will see you in maybe another lifetime. And I'm sorry, it's just some stuff that you don't do. It's some stuff that you don't do, guys. Quit just doing anything to your partners. That's the last thing I want to say. Y'all think y'all can just do anything to people? You can't just do anything to people. Once you ruin the love that somebody has for you, you probably can't never get it back. And you probably don't even have enough. If you're willing to do some stuff like that, then you probably don't even care about having it back, and that person don't care about you either. Then it's also incompatibility. But a lot of these men that are looking for desperate women like that, they don't think much of themselves. They don't have no self-respect, and it ain't never no rest. They're always in tranquil. Let me tell you what my ideal love is. I already told y'all the other day, and I'm speaking it to the universe. Somebody that I love, trust, respect, that's going to lay up in that bed and hold me every night. I don't want somebody that's going to see Sally Sue on Sunday and then Tiffany on Tuesday, Myra on Monday, Wendy on Wednesday, Thelma on Thursday. I'm joking, Thelma. You know I had to because I needed a TH name. Don't nobody want that. Especially not when you an older woman. Older women ain't gonna go for that. But you can't really judge somebody by their age either. You know what I'm saying? A man being a butthole, you slap him real quick. Why you slap me? To slap some sense into your head. Don't you slap me back either because you hit harder than me. And I gave you a love tap just to wake you up a little bit. You know, you needed to be woke up out of that stupor because there's a lot of toxic women out there too. You know, they'll just convince a man, if you're going to be a real man, you got to be with me and her and everybody else. And if he falls for that, you just be looking at him like, okay, it's been fun. I'll see you later. I knew you wasn't marriage material in the first place. And people be trying to act like you really gonna be hurt by that stuff. Like initially, y'all notice I get over stuff quick. Especially if it's somebody that's being disrespectful and untrustworthy. That's called a fake fraud relationship. Again, that's like a fake a fraud relationship, you know? I tend to have real relationships with people that are beyond the internet too, you know? So, ladies, if you are somebody that is valuable, don't ever settle. Them people that are settling, boy, they mad. And then also, I'm going to tell you something. I'm just going to warn a lot of you women, women or men. If you sit up there and just say, oh, okay, I'll accept it, they not going to respect you. They're going to end up dogging you out because they know that you have no self-respect. And then what you going to do? You're going to go to your altar and say, I'm going to curse that person. That's ridiculous. You the one that made those choices to do what you did. You made those choices. You made the choice to get in there. Now, all of a sudden, when you knew out the gates that this person wasn't going to respect you, now you want to go and use witchcraft and say, I'm just going to hex this person. Well, you just building up more negative karma for yourself because the spirits are trying to teach you a lesson about that. So it's a cycle that you're constantly in, but nobody's loving you. Nobody's even thinking about you. He's thinking about that other woman that he can't have. He's thinking about that other woman that told him to go take a hike. Well, thank you, Thelma. I appreciate it. You know, it's just the truth. Especially if you are an added party to a situation. And trust me, he or she ain't right. You know, it ain't right to be, you know, to begin with. That's just not right. But for you to be willing and sitting up there actually being validated by something like that, what do you think is going to happen? Nothing. Exactly nothing. He's not going to do anything for you. He's not going to respect you. He's going to look at you just like the option that you allowed yourself to be. And he's going to say to you, you knew what this was. You knew you was just an option. Okay. It's just the reality of it. Don't get mad at other women. And I've seen other women literally, I mean, they be trying to force this on other women. Like they just, I'm going, I'm gonna do some spiritual work, especially witches. You ever see a witch with low self-esteem? I'm gonna do some spiritual work on her daddy so that she can come and be in misery with me and you and me with my low self-esteem and imbalances. A child, please. You be laughing all the way down the street. You just gonna get laughed at. That is what a laughing stock is somebody that's so desperate for some freaking validation. The woman that stood her ground and said, listen, I ain't gonna do it. That's the one that he's thinking about 24/7. That's the one that he's gonna continuously talk about. He can't even help it because that woman is in his subconscious. That's why he brings up her name all the time. You be like, dang, this person just mentioned this person's name like 7 or 8 damn times. What's going on with this? And then you want to get mad at her because he's still talking about her. Of course he's still talking about her. He's still thinking about her. He's still craving her. He's still doing all of that because that woman has self-respect. And then also, he knows that can't no other man come in. He knows that this is a woman that has virtues about herself. A woman that's willing to accept that is more than likely going to be a cheater. And most men don't like cheaters. Okay. And women don't like cheaters either. But if you have a true love situation going on, then what's the problem? Oh, I want to kill her. I'm going to try to kill her with Matt. Be careful with some of these spiritualists that y'all go to. Because they don't know nothing. They don't even have self-respect for themselves. Okay? It is. And you know what? Here's the thing about it. A man will try you. He'll try you. But when he realizes that ain't going to work for you, baby, them men be begging and pleading. Please, 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 baby, please. That's how you get a man to beg. Not trying to do, like, I don't have to do spiritual work. And you know what is funny? Because some of these folks out here that are fake fraud witches, they want you to do spiritual work so that a man can come out and out in public and say something. He ain't gonna say nothing in public. But behind the scenes, that's where all the real pain and anguish is happening for him. So why would you go and do work on somebody that does that? He already attached to you. What you gonna do work for? You don't have to do what you gonna do a breakup and a makeup spell. And I wouldn't even do it. I wouldn't even do it, y'all. It depends on the circumstances, especially if it's somebody that's narcissistic. And for me, I am very sensitive to energy. I don't even want him talking to his mama if she toxic towards me. I don't want no toxic women around me. No, thank you. If your mama is in a good place spiritually and mentally, then I'm good. Maybe she won't be in a good place physically, but as long as she is in a good place mentally and spiritually, and she's not attacking me and stuff and acting a fool and saying, oh, I'm going to compete, then because why would there even be a competition? Because a relationship between a mother and a wife are going to be two different things. So a lot of that stuff is just weird to me. And I'm not used to it. And I'm never going to be used to it. I'm going to go for a man that has a healthy disposition on life. Don't nobody want somebody that's confused like that. You confused. And I can see why you confused. And it's so sad because men that go through changes with women like that, they're not getting any kind of positive feminine energy, because if they got all them nasty, toxic women around them, that's why they want to hold on to you and hold on and hold on and hold on to you, because they're not going to get what they need and want from those other toxic, low self-esteem women. It's called self-esteem for a reason. And this is why people are sometimes radiant. And then you got your people that are down and out. So feel good about yourself, especially those of you that this man done left and ran off with some hoe or something. Let him go then, girl. Don't worry about it. Somebody else that's ready gonna come along, or either he gonna come back with his tail in between his legs, begging and pleading, and I wouldn't accept him back. Not right away. Some of them might be worthy for you to work the situation out. But some of them is just they want to keep you on a perpetual cycle of bullshit. And I wouldn't let them do it. Okay? I wouldn't let them do it. Well, a lot of them are immature and they need somebody to, pull them in the correct direction. You know what I'm saying? That's really what we're working with, because a lot of these men, they were not taught to be men. Even the ones that had a father around, they just weren't taught how to be a man. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, y'all, I gotta go because they throwing daggers at me. Let me go ahead and send this over because the truth hurts. The truth hurts. That's why a lot of women, like, especially, if a man cheats on them or whatever, and they sitting up there knowing how this man feels about them, it's like, well, why would I need to be hurt over this when I know the truth about how this person feels? So then this person is sitting up there looking at you like, well, why is she so confident? And then they can't figure it out. They still trying to figure it out. Child, please. Anyway, y'all, love and light to you guys. It's so obvious. Just go with what's obvious. I'm just telling you the truth. I'm just telling you the truth. Okay. I'll see y'all later. Love, light, and blessings and peace to you guys, and healing and tranquility. Oh, by the way, guys, speaking of which, I almost forgot, I will be doing a ritual on the new moon for new love. And see, a lot of these maniacs that have been running around here just really being a stain on a woman's life for years, they don't want nobody to find nobody new, because then the truth will be in their face. And, a lot of evil men just want to keep all the women to themselves. Go to the website. I know I'm going to be manifesting my true love. We're going to be doing that on the new moon. I'm going to do a 16 candle ritual. You can go to the website under rituals and you can find this. It's only $100 to participate with that ritual. And I believe that Beltane is going to be for the new moon as well. So thank you, Thelma. People have been telling me that all day. Anyway, y'all, I'll see y'all later.